We've got a lot of brand new polls out this morning, and Texas Senator Ted Cruz surging in Iowa ahead of this week's Republican presidential debate, which will be interesting in light of all of this shakeup. Welcome, everybody, to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Martha McCallum.
And I'm Bill Hemmer on this Monday. Good morning. Latest Fox polling now shows Cruz at 28% among likely Iowa caucus goers, ahead of Donald Trump at 26%, well within the margin of error. The two will be front and center among 9 candidates tomorrow night. Primetime debate in Las Vegas. Before that, there's an undercard that will have 4 candidates take part. Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron live in Las Vegas already. Carl, good morning. The shakeup in Iowa, how do you rate that significance right now?
It's very, very important. We're now 7 weeks away from the Iowa caucuses, and virtually every week has consequence for one of the major candidates. Not only does the Fox poll show that Ted Cruz is inched into a lead, albeit within the margin of error in Iowa, but the Des Moines Register poll, coupled with Bloomberg, came out over the weekend, and they had a huge margin, literally a 10-point bounce, a 10-point lead for Ted Cruz in the first caucus state. It's worth remembering what the caucuses are on the Republican side. A record turnout would be about 120,000 votes. There are 14 candidates. It's not at all impossible that it could be won with as few as 30,000 votes. And in fact, on the Republican side, Mike Huckabee has the high water mark of the last 20 years or so, and he got only about 37,000 when he won in 2008. The Des Moines Register poll has been resoundingly panned by Donald Trump. He said it's a horrible poll and not trustworthy, took off on it. It is, however, backed up by Bloomberg, and you see there the rest of the field continues to sort of show the same thing. We've got Rubio and Carson tailing out there. This sets the stage for the debate tomorrow night, and it really sets the trajectory for the holiday season. Things do slow down in the campaign trail with Christmas and the New Year coming up, so there's not a lot of time in the 7 weeks for any of the candidates to have a breakout moment. That's why this poll is so significant for Ted Cruz and why Donald Trump and Marco Rubio are pounding him.
Yeah. Bill? How does this play out during the debate? I mean, what is your guess about how they jockey back and forth?
Well, there's 2 candidates that are going to be on the debate that were both sort of on the bubble. Chris Christie was not in the top-tier primetime debate last time. He has been allowed in. Rand Paul was on the edge of being eliminated, but CNN changed its criteria to say anybody who got 3.5% in the polls in Iowa, New Hampshire, or South Carolina could qualify. So Chris Christie will be back. He will change the dynamic with his sort of straight-talk, no-nonsense approach. But for all expectations are that Donald Trump will be center stage, Ted Cruz will be right next to him, Marco Rubio on the other side, and Donald Trump will be in a crossfire of criticism from Cruz and Rubio, but so too will Cruz. Ted Cruz has been taking a lot of heat from Marco Rubio, and Donald Trump opened up on him over the course of this weekend. It was inevitable. Trump had said as soon as Ted Cruz took a shot at him, he'd be coming back at him, and there was word that Mr. Cruz had some questions about Trump's judgment at a closed fundraiser last week. Trump took that as an opportunity all this weekend to let him have it, and it has been particularly tough. So it will be a battle, mostly with those 3, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, and Donald Trump, and perhaps someone like Chris Christie trying to get his name back in national ID by being on the national top-tier debate stage. So.
Interesting stuff. Thanks. More to come. Carl Cameron leading our coverage this hour in Las Vegas.